Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 15 Week 9 Bear Cave games. Already had some crazy results popping out on this early Saturday morning. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let me know if you can see and hear me before we go ahead and get started. Once again, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in at any time, claim a team. You can hire coordinators. You can set depth charts. You can set playbooks. And you can recruit. We are moving to the new game, so you can jump in right now, claim a team, and kind of get a head start on the rebuild coming through the pipeline. And yeah, it's a great time. Check it out. And as always, if you are watching live, make sure to drop a Twitch Prime sub, as any and all revenue made through this channel goes back to you guys in the form of a national championship trophy. And in addition, there are commercials, so it would be good for you not to miss out on your game. Poor Prime Water can't sub, but yeah, so we are here. Let's get it rolling on this early morning. And as always, check out Home Field Apparel. That Santa Cruz Banana Slug collection is live. If you want to check it out, use code SFA for 15% off. And as always, we run on a 5-day schedule, so you can check us out on Instagram, Simulated Football Association, for media updates every single day. And in addition, you can join patreon.com/the SFA to get a watch party, an additional podcast every week as well. So links are in any of our descriptions. Welcome in, Airborne. Big game last week. We'll see if you can continue rolling. And if this is your first time checking us out, Bear Cave, what it is we take the 10 best games of the week outside of game day, and we sim them live. If they're close to the end, we'll actually jump in and watch the result happen. So we're going to start it out here with Washington at SMU. So Much Brain versus Coach Damien. If either of you guys are here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. But as always, we have a fully functional sportsbook. People have bets submitted, and we have a lot of props here. So sportsbook implications here. This is a 6.5 point favorite for Washington and a 48.5 over under. And the Bear Cave prop that we are looking for is the freshman quarterback for Washington, Tehun Okamoto. Will he get a rushing touchdown today? So we'll see. Yeah, Coach Key, tough loss, and I know on your recruiting you put some visits, so not a good week for you. But let's jump in. Hopefully Bear Cave is better. Remember, it's always risky against those division rivals. We got some bits here. Shout out, thank you, Coach Key. Alright, so I don't see any of them in chat, so as always, if you're not here, we just go with the away team, and we go heads and tails, kick and receive. So here we go, folks, kicking off Week 9 Bear Cave. Game number 10,000 is here. Oh, Mushbrain, you were 1 second late. But I'll make sure he receives, so that way you get to kick either way. That will work. But yeah, game number 10,000 today. Almost 3.5 years of doing this shit. Game number 10,000 will be game day coming up after Bear Cave. That is absolutely wild to think about. But here we go. And what's even more wild is we have a complete accurate history of every game in the 10,000. Bang! Coach Primewater with the sub. Thank you. And look, I fixed my shit. Let's go. At least for now. Alright, thank you. Mango, where are the odds? Game day lines up on at 10K. Technically, if you want to be a wiener about it, it's the 30th game of the week. So we're just going to assume it was the 30th simmed game. The one that actually lined up was Ohio State and Iowa. But bang, a gifted sub. He gave it, and he gave it to Nathan. All right, Coach Nathan. Rutgers coach, big win today over Navy. Gets a sub. Thank you, Keat. All right, so here we go. Washington SMU. First quarter, 7-0. Washington's been pretty good recent weeks. They've had some struggles. They have an overtime loss against USC, an overtime loss against LSU. So this team might be a little bit better than their record indicates. Then SMU had a fantastic showing against UTSA last week, but not looking good so far here. Vidro Bautista and company getting cooked here in the first half. Oh no, Washington absolutely out for blood today. 39-10. I mean, there's a chance they could kind of make this a game, maybe. But no, and there's a fumble. Hold on. They do get a touchdown, so we're going to do our due diligence. Remember, don't jump in until it's one score, and that's going to do it. That's the dagger. 46-17. Not a good way to start the morning here for Coach Mushbrain. Making it look a little bit better on the score sheet, though, there. But that is going to be a Washington cover to kick off the day. So Washington here just got going. I mean, Tehun Okamoto, did he get a rushing touchdown? He was going crazy through the air. Holy smokes. Ja'Chrice Bass did get a touchdown, but doesn't look like any rushing touchdowns here today for Tehun. He threw 5 touchdowns. He's not supposed to be able to throw it. But okay, Tehun, I see you, the 5'7" monster. And then Tatum had 99 on the ground, no rushing touchdown, so that BearCave prop does not hit. Through the air, our boy Darrell Bain, the senior, not doing too much there. Julian Jones and Blake Roberts taking up all the production. No, sir, you made it just in time. We are on the first game of the day. There's a lot of tackles here, couple TFLs. Interested to see how some of our, oh, look at this. I was just going to say, interested to see how some of these SFA safeties and go-go lanes and Manny Yams both get interceptions. Picking off those deep shots, doing what Rylan Warrenberg wasn't able to do. Forced fumble here for Kirk White. And then we take a look here at SMU. And Vidro Bautista, one of my favorite players in the SFA. 350 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interception, 50% completion percentage. That is what he does. Yes, nice win, Elharm. And then obviously you kind of derailed your division rivals' recruiting efforts this week because he used visits. So good job there. Is Ja'Chrice Bass, man. Over 100 yards again, another touchdown. He just continues to impress. Like I said, these Conference USA teams are going to be a problem in the future. Giddy up, man. 14 tackles, 7 TFLs, and 2 sacks. He was a monster today. And let's be honest, 2 sacks on Tehun Okamoto is actually kind of impressive. That dude has insane speed. So that will do it here for the first game of the day. As always, got to get my players of the game. Dogwater, that is incorrect. Warrenberg does not own me. I am literally his father. Every SFA player are literally all of my children. I own all of you. All right. So Washington cover. All right, we'll continue it on here. And next up, we are going to stay in the Pac-12 for USC and Arizona. Very interesting thing about the Pac-12 right now is that there's like, I believe the entire Pac-12 South is within a game of each other in the standings. Everybody's 3-1 or 3-2. And then on the other side, Oregon has a lead, but they're still, you know, like the Pac-12 is wide open this year. So Coach Cam wants to receive here. And 4.5 point favorite for USC on the road. 59.5 over under. And we are looking at, for the prop, Craig Scotland pancakes over under 5.5. A lot of people said this was free money. So let's get it going. Scotland pancakes hitting. It was apparently a free money play. We'll see if it hits. I saw your bet. So we'll see. Big money on the line for Arizona. And here we go. Also, remember, folks, we have a watch party game available later today. West Virginia and Missouri in what was a rainy, sloppy, just absolutely hilarious game to watch. So I do recommend you check it out, even if you already know the result. But Coach Tribe definitely on the ropes in that one. It was definitely an infuriating game if you are a Missouri fan. Welcome in, Jarkis. All you missed was Washington blowing out SMU with 5 touchdowns from the 5'7" option quarterback through the air, Tehun Okamoto. But we are here back in Tucson, home of the Titty Twisters. And Arizona is going to receive. All right, here we go. First quarter, USC starts out with a field goal. Immediate 3 and out, but Arizona responds. USC getting those field goals. All right, staying it is Arizona. They've had a pretty good season. Despite the record, they take the lead. Can USC continue? They'd probably get ranked if they win this game, but they're losing by 1 at halftime. We're going to go to the fourth quarter now. Arizona can extend the lead. 21-20. USC takes it, but Arizona's driving. This is going to be a good one, folks. 1 point difference here. And, man, USC retakes the lead. So we're going to go one play at a time. As always, Luigi Greenberg gets a big play. Can Arizona punch this home, retake the lead? Remember, we don't jump in until it is that 2-minute mark. And 4th and 6, they turn it over. So they got to get a stop on defense. Can they get this done? Yes, they do. So here we go. Arizona takes over. 1:50 on the clock. 3 timeouts. They've got to go a little bit over 80 yards. Over the middle. Hits his man. Cuts upfield. Broken tackle. Nice play there for Walter Scales. So remember, Craig Scotland is that left tackle. Luigi Greenberg, the tight end. Those are your SFA players to watch. Yamming it deep here down the left side. Oh my. Dylon Sarnecki, the SFA player, dropped the game-winning interception. I never saw him. It happens a lot, Pizza. The spreads, we've actually honed it in pretty good. 2nd and 10 now. Arizona dumps that. Oh, no. Chad Harris, what are you doing? How do you miss Luigi Greenberg? All right, 3rd and 10. Not a great start here after a nice first play up around the 30. 4 wide, Luigi Greenberg in the slot. They bring a blitz, picked up, and another missed throw. Sharif Simpkins in coverage, the SFA player. Oh, no. 2 missed dump-offs. It's 4th down. Game on the line potentially. Remember, they still have those 3 timeouts, so they could still get the ball back here. Harris in a delay give here, and that's going nowhere. Jamil Davis, they thought they could get him. Oh, my. Arizona, what happened, my guy? All right, 1 first down wins it here for USC. Hands off wide, and it goes nowhere. Nice tackle there. 2nd and 12 now. There's still a chance here with these timeouts. And a field goal as well, not the worst thing in the world. Handoff outside, a stiffy, and they go backwards. Gotta say, I'm impressed with Coach Cam, able to turn the Desert Storm into a defense that actually stops the run. Impressive. All right, 3rd and 14 now. Delayed give here this time, and it's stopped. So Arizona's going to get the ball back. The leading tackler in the country, William Robbins. And they're going for it. So no man's land. They're not going to pooch punt it. They're going to try to convert. USC, a big dick alert here. Let's see what happens. 4th and 13. They do a delay give, and they might do it. Oh, my God. The delay give works. Oh, Arizona. Oh, you can't make this stuff up, folks. 4th and 12 right after Arizona choked on a delay give. USC converts. Oh. Oh, no. The blue square hates Arizona. That's just... We woke up and chose violence today here on a Saturday morning. Unbelievable from the blue square. Let's see if the pancakes hit or if he hits exactly 5, Cam. I had to throw in a shot there, Dogwater. Anytime Arizona's on my screen, I have to roast Dogwater. That's just how it works. All right, so 000's USC goes to 6-2. So one of their only losses is LSU off the top of my head. I don't know who their other loss is. So USC probably going to find their way back to the top 25 this week. Potentially finding themselves in the first place in the Pac-12 South. Actually, no, I think Utah is still in first place, but they're all tied. So another instant classic here from Tucson. And that will wind up being a USC cover. By half a point. The sportsbook has been on an absolute tear the last couple of weeks. Yeah, Cam, you don't want to say that. The one thing you don't want to say is that, well, that could have gone worse, because yes, it can. It can absolutely be worse. That was a rather tame SFA experience right there. So let's look. SFA player Grimmer gets a field goal. Grimmer again. Greenberg got in. Bobson Dugnut, SFA player. There's actually quite a few SFA players on this USC team. They are kind of tossed around like a cheap, I'm not going to say the word, don't want to get my YouTube video lost in the algorithm, but Chad Harris here, 231, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception, and that 47% completion percentage. Wonder if Concepcion came over from Texas Tech. Jamil Davis, just under 100 yards. Cutler had a big day. Greenberg had a good day. And oh, baby, it hits. Craig Scotland with the over 12 pancakes on your dome, over double. That's why we bet on Craig Scotland, arguably the best lineman in the country. But he did give up a sack, though, so he's probably pissed. Robert Robbins, leading tackler in the country, 9 tackles. A lot of different TFLs here. 1 sack for Patterson, no picks, and a couple deflections, and a fumble. On the other side, you had Terrence House and Thumper Jones. They ran a fake punt for 25 yards. Oh, man, Arizona getting cooked today. Run the ball, Brandon Sanders, back from injury. Bobson Dugnut gets 4 catches. Sarnecki got TFL. Interception for Sarnecki. A couple of deflections as well. And a fumble. So Dylon Sarnecki having himself a good day. All right. So very interesting second game there to kick off the day. We'll see if that is a bad omen for everybody else, because it always seems like BearCave follows a trend. If one team gets screwed over, everyone starts getting screwed over. So we'll see what happens here. But USC comes out on top. It's a USC cover. Thank you, Yui, for the sub. I believe Western Kentucky beat Wake, right? If I remember correctly. So that's a big win for you, trying to battle back in the division. And now, oh boy, here we go. We are going for Iowa and Ohio State. Coach Jarkus, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. We got Rayshon Gloop hoping to beat up on some Buckeyes here today. Remember, the Buckeyes, despite having a decent record, are missing their starting quarterback for the season. He tore those Achilles. So very interesting. They haven't been playing too well, and then Iowa just has had just a horrific schedule. So their record's a bit inflated, you might think. That's why they're not ranked. So Coach Jarkus, I saw you in here a little earlier. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive as we jump into this one. And we got a 3-point spread for the Buckeyes at home, and the over-under is 53.5. And we are looking at Rayshon Gloop. Will he get over or under 45.5 rushing yards here today? Ooh, and look at this defense. We saw Iowa in the Cyhawk game have tremendous defense against Iowa State, taking that game to OT. So we'll see if they can dominate as well here in the... Wait, is this the one they call the shoe, I believe, right? The horseshoe? I believe it's this. I don't think Michigan is the shoe. I think that's the big house, if I remember right. All right, Jarkus, heads or tails, kick or receive here at Ohio Stadium. See, I did get it right. Eat my ass, Mango. Mango's my biggest hater, for real, for real. He's literally just a fruit. All right, let's go, boys. 0-0's on the clock. Come on, Iowa. Shock the world. Keep pace with Minnesota. Iowa is tied with Minnesota in the divisional race. Both undefeated in the Big Ten play. And that's going to be 3 to start the game here for Ohio State. Very defensive battle going on. We know how good... Oh, we got a safety! Please stay 5-0, folks. Please stay 5-0. We've got a scoregami alert. Please stay at 5. Stay at 5. No! 12-0. Iowa score a point. What is this, real life? Stop this. Stop this. Rayshon Gloop, please. Please. Not like this. No. Oh, my God. This is literally like watching real life Iowa. Are they going to get shut out here on BearCave? Please. Remember, we can't jump in. Oh, it's 29-0. Just an absolute thumping. Are they going to score? Please. All right, folks. 6 seconds left. We got to see if they're going to score. They're not even going to get it off. Oh! 29-0. Iowa gets thumped on BearCave. It's not too often you see a shutout on BearCave. It does happen from time to time. We've never had the shutout on game day. Oh, man. So, I mean, back to the drawing board, I guess. That's an Ohio State cover. Oh, I knew Iowa was a fraud. They got a safety. Terrell Flowens back in it, though. Shout out SFA player Terrell Flowens. Rayshon Gloop, 11 for 25, 136 through the air. And did he hit the rushing yards? No, he didn't. Way under. Sam Howell-Miller, transfer from Oklahoma, 76. I mean, the offense was just booty cheeks today. Doesn't seem like anything crazy. They just couldn't move the ball. Orlando Silatonga, though, the freshman, had a fantastic day. 9 tackles, 2 TFLs. A lot of TFLs here. Wyatt Germ. Only sack was from Doty. No turnovers, though. Couple deflections. Forced fumble for Daniel Nelson and a recovery. Brandon Francis, the sophomore redshirt guy, 16-25, 211 and a touchdown. John Nelson, their leading back here, 97 yards, 2 touchdowns. Flowens got a touchdown. And on defense, Jack Roberts gets 4 TFLs. Sack here for Pollock. No interceptions. Just like a very, very just Big Ten game, I think. Just grinding it out. 3 fumbles. There it is. That's the difference. 3 fumbles for Iowa is not going to win you a lot of football game. All right. So we got Iowa, or this is an OSU cover. Yeah, I thought that they would at least attempt to play there. Tough loss for you, Jarkus. See, like I said, Arizona gets screwed, and all of a sudden now here we got a trickle-down effect. So now, okay, we got another fun one. Talk about getting screwed. We've got the ultimate screw job, the Troy Trojans, man. These guys are always ridiculous in the Sun Belt play. They play like an FCS team out of conference, but then when they're playing the Sun Belt, they try hard, they lean in. So I see Airborne. Let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. Try and take out one of our 6 left undefeated teams. Arkansas State 6-0. They have a win over Georgia. This team is pretty good, but Wandale Hootie is better, so we'll see. I mean, both these teams are littered with SFA players, a lot of SFA talent. You've got the 2 best pass rushers in the country on either side. You've got Maxidro Sue for Arkansas State, the SFA player, and then you got Xavier James, player of the year, sack leader from last year, on Troy's side. So we shall see. They beat undefeated Coastal last week. This is a 2-point favorite, though, for Arkansas State. Over-under is 52.5. And we are looking at, for the BearCave prop, Wandale Hootie pass touchdowns. Will he throw over 3? We shall see. A lot of SFA players on both sides. Like I said, very excited for this one. Veterans Memorial Stadium, the Troy Trojans. Tails and kick here. All right, no choice there, so it looks like you are going to receive. So here we go. Can Troy do the unthinkable in back-to-back weeks, defending their Sun Belt championship? Arkansas State gets through first. First quarter is pretty much played on Arkansas State's side of the field. Troy, though, scores 2 in a row. Troy is just insane for no reason at all. 14-7. Arkansas State on the ropes. 14-14, they're putting up a better fight than Coastal. Arkansas State responds. Arkansas State with 21 unanswered. Troy now on their back foot. This game's going back and forth. Oh, baby! But they missed the extra point. Or no, they went for 2. So we're going to go one play at a time here, rest of the way. Arkansas State looking to head home and go up 2 scores. Can they do it? Yes, they do. So remember, folks, we can't jump in until we get to that 2-minute mark, down by a score, so down 15. Troy needs a quick score here. We get a sack, an incompletion, and a 4th and 20. Uh-oh. And they get the first on 4th and 20. What are we watching? Wandale Hootie, man, he's a beast. 4th down again. Can they keep this drive alive? No, they can't. So that very well could end the game. Down 2 scores. Unless they can score quickly. They need a big play here. They just keep going backwards. Wandale Hootie taking sacks. Don't see any yams. And 18 seconds left. And that is going to do it, man. They just kept going backwards there. So Arkansas State stays alive. They're 35-20. So Arkansas State might be for real. Let's check out the scoring summaries. Eddie Wilkins, SFA reject player, gets a touchdown. Then Wandale Hootie gets 2. Dunbar gets 1. Wilkins. Hootie gets a run. So Hootie does not hit his pass touchdowns here. Wandale Hootie, though, he went 16 of 35, 270, but he took 5 sacks on the day. Festus Ames averaged 4 a carry. Wandale Hootie got a touchdown there. Marlon Hoover, 5 pancakes. Just, this is a great pass rushing team. And Xavier James, no sack for him today. 7 TFLs from Wayne Johnson. Bianco Strickland, though, SFA player, got himself a sack. No interceptions. And deflections was only 1. No fumbles. Jacoby Diaz, SFA player, transferred from San Jose State a couple of years ago. 205, 1 touchdown on the day. Eddie Wilkins, the SFA reject, going nutty here today on the ground. Diaz also got a rushing touchdown. And the Notre Dame transfer, John Black, gets 35 yards. On defense, Emmanuel Madsen had a good day here. And Maxidro Sue, the SFA player, only got 1 sack. He is the leader in the country on those. Deflections, only 1 deflection. and a fumble. So Arkansas State stays undefeated. They're going to move up that G5 ladder. Very well done. I mean, it's hard to judge because, like, Arkansas State has a win over Georgia, but at the same time, Coastal has wins over Nebraska, Utah, and Ohio State, which they're not all insane like we thought they were at the beginning of the season, but at the same time, still a pretty good out of conference. So it just depends. I mean, obviously you can't ignore undefeated, so that's the problem, especially in the group of 5. But like I've said, if you're a Patreon member, I've said on the podcast a lot this season is that I think Coastal, if they win out and they don't lose to Troy a second time, they probably have a resume to get an at-large spot. But we will see. Yeah, that Nebraska win definitely not as good as previous years. All right, folks, let's take a look at what's next. We've got Syracuse at Florida State. We got the Sickos game of the week. This is a 2.5-point favorite for Florida State and 44.5 over/under. And we are watching Trayvon Burner anytime touchdown for Florida State. So Coach, welcome in K-Money Swag. Coach Hunt, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. If you're not here, then we'll give it to Jackie Moon, who wants kick if I get the toss. Here, I'll just make sure. I'm going to go with Syracuse, just in case he's here, and then I'll make sure they receive. So how it works, Coach K-Money Swag, if you want to join, this is a coaching sim, but I do always take recruit submissions as well. So if you want to join the Discord and submit a request, he might come in a future class. So we've got rain here in Tallahassee. I believe that should have worked. I have those set up. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Maybe it did just for you. I don't know. I don't know how Twitch chat works. I have the commands. Are my commands broken? Please tell me they're not broken. There you go. Dune with the save. Alright, here we go. Alright, I do not see Syracuse, so we're just going to make sure they receive. What the heck? Alright, I gotta look at that later. God, dude, recently my Twitch settings just randomly ruined themselves. Alright, here we go. Syracuse and Florida State. Syracuse, early touchdown. Shockingly, Florida State is somehow the favorite in this game, despite just a very tough season, but they tie it up here. 14-7 now for the Seminoles. They take the lead. Oh, baby. And they get another touchdown here right after half. So Florida State is cooking. 24-14. Can they hang on in the fourth quarter? Syracuse on the ropes. Not looking good. And they're going to add to the lead. They just run out the clock. Oh my, talk about a drive killer. They just completely run out the clock. It's over, 27-14. Bang! Jackie Moon gets it done. He gets a cover. So we've had all covers so far, interestingly enough. As Buggy Gumption gets into the end zone. And no touchdowns for Trayvon Burner, so none of these BearCave props are hitting this week. As Jason Handy, the freshman, had to play, I guess. 7 for 25, 93, just not a very good day there. Herbert Smith, 82. Tim Summers gets 12 tackles. A lot of TFLs here. So still not, you know, the best performance here for Florida State, but a win is all they needed. That will hopefully give Florida State a bit more job security. But Jamie Breckenridge, have yourself a day, man. 165, 3 touchdowns. We'll take that. Burner did not get into the end zone. Goff, Gumption, Reed having good days. Remember, this is our Citrus Bowl winner from last season, so very interesting that they are not putting up a good year. Xander Poole got himself an interception today. Yeah, Burner did throw a pass, though, so. All right, Sicko's Game of the Week goes to Jackie Moon. So Coach Hunt and his graphics are going to have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Breckenridge. So maybe Breckenridge isn't so bad, folks. Might just get a bunch of slander for no reason. Not like they're 2-5. Hey, you know what, Key? If push comes to shove, I'll always take winning BearCave over doing well in the sportsbook. All right. So now we've got the Patreon Game of the Week. We've got Oregon taking on Boise State here. So let me go find this game. It's right here. So, Coach Dave, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive is the away team. And then let me know. Let me go find the jersey submissions here today. Okay, so you want 19 homecoming here for Dune. So this one. And then we're facing, he wants all yellow. Oh, God, this is going to be horrific. All yellow versus the bright-ass orange. I don't see Coach Dave, so, hey, dude, let me know. Kick or receive. And yeah, this is a 9.5 point favorite, 50.5 on the over-under, and then we're looking for Sterling Charbonneau receiving yards. Will he get over 60? Yep, I set the... Oh, we got yellow and we've got orange on the blue turf. Oh my, might need to consult a doctor if you're prone to seizures watching this game. Can Boise State get a signature win over Coach Dune? This would be a massive upset. Oregon considered the favorite now in the Pac-12. So 3-0 here for Oregon. Boise State hanging in there, but you got to score on offense, my guy. Come on, Dune. And okay. Make them settle for field goals, and they get a field goal. We got field goals only here in the Pac-12, and Boise State takes the lead at halftime. Oregon on the ropes here. Can they score? No, they stall out. Oh my God, Boise State! Are we gonna see a massive upset here in BearCave? It's 17-6, and nothing. Oh no, 17-6. They're running out the clock. Down 2 scores. We can't watch it. Gotta go one play at a time. Southeastern has to do something, and they punt it away. Oh my God, what is happening? Oregon, score. All right, here they go. Now they start, and there they go. They get the score. 17-14 here. We'll see if they decide to kick this deep. They decide to go for it. So, all right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Chance for Oregon here. Hanging on to those timeouts. And we've got Wildcat, folks. Ahmed Sixto is back from injury, and they hand this wide. That goes nowhere. Handing it off to the fullback on the jet sweep just doesn't seem to work. So Oregon's going to get the ball back, 17-14. We remember Oregon's only loss was a similar situation where they threw an interception over the middle against UNLV. So we'll see if they can pin him deep here. And he can't pin him. All right, 17-14. Oregon, please, dude. I can't have the Pac-12 be more of a joke. You're already under the Sun Belt. Sal Easton, Legacy Drive, Jace Fiker, top of your screen. Come on. Easton jamming it deep. First play down the left side. 2-on-1, and that goes nowhere. Nice deflection there by Casey Lee. Never a chance there. Double coverage. They were expecting the yam. Yeah, this is a rough jersey combo for sure. 2nd and 10 now. Sal. Plenty of time, delivers that, and nice first down. All right, they start moving the rock here. James Neal. They're going to hurry it up now. Easton not having the best day. 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Still sitting on those 2 timeouts, though. Plenty of time. Yamming this one to the corner, and they're going to say that's an incompletion. It's a little bit too far. A little bit late on that one. It was a cross body. 17-14 now. Boise State trying to win outright here and trying to get to a bowl game, which would be a massive accomplishment. Consider Boise State here in the NCAA 14 era as we get 2-on-1, and it's dropped. The interception. He was looking for Jace Fiker. So back-to-back dropped interceptions here for Boise State. And Dogwater, let Boise State know what happens when you drop a bunch of picks. Oregon's going to come back and hit you. 3rd and 10. Man in motion, fakes it. Oh, hits the slant. Faked everybody out there. Mark Seals, first 16. A beautiful play. You fake the bubble screen, fake the quick screen, and then hit the slant. So 1st and 10 now, across the 50. Over the middle, another completion to Seals. God, I got Mark Sears in my mind. All right, across the 35 now. Oregon is cooking. They are probably in fringe field goal range. Probably need about 15 yards to make it a for sure thing. Dumps that short. Cuts up field. Ron Mills gets 4 yards. It's not been perfect here from Sal Easton by any means, but just keeping your team in these tough division matchups is all that matters. 2nd and 6 now. Quick option for Sal. Nobody checks him. He cuts up field, and the Legion of Dread member brings him down. So 3rd and 1. Clock continues to run. Still sitting on those 2 timeouts here. They are going to hurry it up. Give me a throw. Easton yamming this one to the corner, and he hits him. So Quentin Nash inside the 10 now. So if you're Boise State, you got to be like, all right, do we try to get a goal line stand, force us into OT, or do we let them score and try to use our 3 timeouts to hit them back? Shotgun inside the 10 for Oregon. Fiker in motion to the backfield. They fake it. They're going to hand it off up the middle, and he gets 3. Oregon takes that timeout. Probably going to have to throw it here on out. Second and goal here. Sal Easton. Sal over the middle. That's short. He cuts up field. Touchdown, James Neal. They take the lead. Oregon with a masterful drive, erasing a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter to try and keep their dream season alive. All right, 21-17. 35 seconds, though, for Boise State. We've seen crazier. If you watched... We did have a Boise State watch party, right? Yeah. Boise State was pretty good in their watch party, so... Sorry, that was my alarm. All right, so Boise State here. 3 timeouts, down 4. We'll see what they can do. 1st and 10, Ike Deason behind center. They've got Sterling Charbonneau. They've got Ahmad Sixto. Ike Deason over the middle. He's going to hit Charbonneau, and he's going to get a first down. 38 yards. Okay, so he doesn't have his over quite yet. He needs a big play here. He's yamming it deep. Ike Deason, 50-50 and out of bounds. Oh, Ike. Yeah, no, my alarm is ducks. Miss TC didn't like the regular alarm, so she just turned it to ducks, and I never changed it. Charbonneau in motion, 19 seconds left. They are in yam range, though. Deason, he's doing it again, and he hits him! Bang! It's Scott Edwards. Ike Deason, the 1-star, looking to get his signature win of his career here. Boise State 4-3 would be insane. 14 seconds left, 3 timeouts. Can use the entire field here. And it's a delayed give to Sixto. What are we doing? I guess they thought that Sixto could spring free there. They're 35 yards away, so you can pretty much take 3 shots at the end zone. Oh, a delay give again to Ahmad. He breaks a tackle. He falls forward. Nalasaka. Clock is still ticking. Oh, man. Call them the Boise State Bearcats or Arizona Wildcats, whatever. 3rd and 2. Last play of the game. So Boise State going to throw it to the end zone 32 yards away. They win this game. Deason, he throws it deep. It goes down. 000 on the clock. And Oregon survives 21-17. And that is a no cover. Oh my goodness. Going for 2 delayed draws. Gotta commend Ahmed Sixto for trying to get as much yards as possible, but man, that was funny. So some tough end of half scenarios here for some of these Pac-12 teams today. Remember, folks, as we head to the right side of the graphic here, we're about halfway through BearCave. We've got the 10,000th game in SFA history coming at you a little bit later. Michigan at Minnesota. So it's going to be a big-time game. A lot on the line in the Big Ten. 10,000 games. Keep having a good day, at least on BearCave. All right, Oregon. I mean, I don't know how you win with this, but the 4th quarter they had Jace Fiker, man, he's having a great year as a freshman. Might be a dark horse for a freshman All-American spot, but Ike Deason had a good day here today. 50% completion percentage. Sixto would have liked to have a little bit more rushing. Charbonneau goes the under, but he was still impactful. Yeah, on defense, Brian Turner, 11 tackles, 3 TFLs. A lot of TFLs here. 1 sack. Got 2 interceptions on it, but they dropped those ones at the end. That was the difference, is dropping like 2 easy picks on those deep balls. And for Oregon, they escaped. They moved to 6-1. Sal Easton 22-42. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Jace Fiker, though, had a good day. And on defense, Saka, another good day with 2 TFLs. The sack goes to Darius Pepper, SFA player. And no interceptions, couple of deflections, and a forced fumble for George Haynes. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good it is to be in a tough battle with Boise State, but Oregon definitely showing they're capable, at least. It'll be very interesting to see who comes out of the Pac-12 this year, because it's been Washington for the last some odd years. Who's dominated. Oregon hasn't been back to the playoffs since season 7, so. And that was a Oregon no cover. All right, here we go. Up next, we are going to SEC country. And maybe, I mean, let's be honest, the most surprising shock of the week last week was the Red River rivalry. We got Texas winning that thing, taking down Oklahoma. And now they got LSU, who's kind of stumbled since the start of the year. So, B-Dog, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. This is going to be a fun one. This is a 6-point favorite for Texas. Over under 49.5. And we're looking for Lake Hutchinson sacks. Will he get a sack today here for Texas, the defensive end? So, LSU kind of falling off a little bit here. Kind of a retooling year here for Llama, for sure. Jay Jett is heavy voting for LSU here. Can't blame him. As Texas leads the division, so Oklahoma needs Texas to lose twice to win the division here. So it's possible, but Oklahoma not in the driver's seat in the SEC for the first time in what seems like 4 or 5 seasons. So here we go. Tiger Stadium. I don't see anything from my guy B-Dog, so it's going to be heads and kick. LSU chance here. All right, here we go. Can the Longhorns do it again? They were up to number 13 after being unranked last week. LSU, 3-3. They were ranked top 5 to start the season. 7-7. They got the 5-star freshman, LaVelo Blackley. Texas, though, looks like they found their offense. 17-14 now. Marty Fellows, unstoppable. The transfer from Washington. 24-21. We've got a big-time scoring game here. 24-24. Oh, my. Very close game here. But Texas is going close. And a fumble! LSU takes over. LSU drives, and they throw an interception! LaVelo, come on! He's not beating the turnover allegations. LSU has the ball back, and they go 3 and out. Can't do anything with it. And a one-play response! Oh, my. And that is a 89-yard run from Marty Fellows, the transfer from Wisconsin. Maybe in play for one of the best transfers ever. As we're going to go one play at a time now. LSU needs a touchdown. Remember, we won't jump in until we get to that 2-minute mark. They've got to get the ball back here. Can they do it? All right, here we go. LSU needs a stop on the defensive side. They have all 3 timeouts. Texas trying to finish this game. Hand off to Marty Fellows. He gets to the outside. No, he's brought down. Coach Llama desperate. Marty Fellows over 240 yards rushing here today. Unbelievable. What a massive game for Marty Fellows. Hand off here. Marty Fellows. And he's going to end the game. Marty Fellows is going to be running through every LSU fan's dream for the next week. He gets to 250 yards on the ground. Unbelievable day for Marty Fellows. And could B-Dog finally make the CFP in his first year at Texas after struggling at Southern Miss for so long? So Texas shooting out of a cannon in recent weeks here. Dominating the SEC, 5-2. Remember, we saw them kind of struggle against Baylor on game day. All right, final chance here for LSU. Might be able to get the ball back with like 1 second left. All right, so it's going to depend on this 4th down. Very interesting. LSU might have a chance here. It depends on what Texas decides to do. If they try to punt this, they're going to try a field goal. Oh, no, it's a 56-yarder. This is not good. If they miss this, Then LSU is going to get a chance at a yam from LaVelo Blackley. Not like this, B-Dog. He's had some of the worst chokes in SFA history. Most notably the kickoff return for a touchdown for Mississippi State. The kick, 56 yards. It's up. It's wide right. No. LSU has a chance. I think that might be the longest kick we've ever seen attempted here in the SFA. 57. So LSU now gets their chance. LaVelo Blackley, can he find the $1 million man, Deshaun Ebers? He yams it deep. It's an absolute floaty. And it hits the turf. Texas survives. Such an unnecessary risk. Works out. We're so back. Oh my goodness, that was so unnecessary. So, Texas moves to 3-0 in conference. Oklahoma continues to play behind Texas now. Cannot believe they attempted a 57-yarder. That is unheard of. It was kind of close, too. It had the distance. Oh, 4-0 in conference. My bad. I thought the record updated. All right, so Marty Fellows, man, he might be like a dark horse for the Heisman or Player of the Year or something, man. He's having a great second half to the year. Is it Morris Stewart here, 204, but Marty Fellows, 250, 2 touchdowns. Unbelievable day. And on defense, Pearson leads a couple of TFLs. Any sacks? No sacks. So Lake Hutchinson couldn't get one. They did get 2 picks, though. A lot of deflections here. Couple forced fumble. One from Smokey Haywood, the SFA player. And for LaVelo Blackley, 13 of 31, 196. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Not a good day for the freshman. Running the ball, William Keller, the senior, 94 yards. Deshaun Ebers, only 55 yards today. And on defense, 14 tackles from Andre Parker. 3 TFLs for Darby. Couple of sacks. No interceptions. And no deflections here. And they did get a fumble, though. So that will do it here from the SEC. And that is a Texas cover. All right. So Texas getting in. Covering on the road. Marty Fellows. Oh, boy. Wisconsin transfer. One of those 99 speed guys. Jay Jez, you're exactly right. If you want to keep pace in this division, look for that first round bye in the playoff. You have to beat Georgia here. Keep pace. And that's our next game. So let's take a look here. The spread is 3 points here for Oklahoma. Very low. But they didn't look good last week. 53.5 on the over-under. And Gus McFeeder's rushing yards will get over-under 85. Georgia, despite having a weird year this year, they do have a win over East Carolina on BearCave week 1. So, very interesting. Jay Jetta's kick or receive here. Let's get it going. No, the red shirt is going to be their first year, because otherwise you can just cheese and then say, oops, I didn't redshirt them, right, on their senior year, and then they would have gone to the portal, but they can only go to the portal after you break the promise, so then they would just graduate, and then I could never thump you on a promise. So it has to be the first year, if that makes any sense. Got the Schooner Schooner. See if Georgia can knock it over. Tough neutral site loss last week. Cheddar Biscuits looks ready to go. Here we go, folks. The Sooners. One of the best teams in SFA history. These are actually, I think, two of like the top 3 or 4 programs in SFA history in terms of win-loss. It's 14-0 though. This is an anniversary of like the game of the century. The old Matt Stafford versus Sam Bradford game. That was a beautiful game. 14-14 though. Oklahoma does take the lead though at the end of the half. Georgia trying to keep pace, and they do. These teams have also had some fantastic, if you remember the SEC championship, that went, or like 5 OTs, as 31-21. It's a 10-point lead. Oh no, Jay Jetta's on the ropes 2 weeks in a row. Is this real life? This is the greatest timeline ever. They can't get a stop. Oklahoma. Oh my God. They're down 17! Oklahoma! Are we witnessing the fall of a dynasty? To back-to-back losses. Remember, we can't jump in unless it's down by 1 score. They're trying. They're desperate. They do get 1, but there's a minute left. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. They don't get the onside kick. It's 4th and inches, and that will do it. Jay Jettas loses 2 weeks in a row, folks. That is a Georgia outright victory. Oh my God. Now, Jay Jetta's obviously still at play for a playoff game, potentially. But now the division's not looking too hot, as now Texas has a 3-game lead on you, virtually. So, oh boy. Dambo Dinkins does get into the end zone. Gus McFeeters. Todd Honey. So, Bullock, I mean, he had a decent day here. 20 of 30, 278, 3 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, McFeeters does hit his over. He does get into the end zone. The offense looks to be fine, but the defense giving up 38. That is not something we typically see here. And honestly, I think the reason for this is that Oklahoma, they graduated a lot of those linebackers. They had one of the most elite linebacker corps in the country. And then, if we're being honest, Jay Jettas doesn't recruit defensive line at all. So he's basically just created a dog water type defense that can't stop the run. And Georgia just ran it down their throat. I think that's what's going wrong here. As you do get 2 sacks from Brown. See, you say that, Jay Jettas, but offensive line or defensive linemen for the in-game recruits is like normally not very good, even if you get like the 5 stars. You got to have those SFA guys. Jorge Mooney throws for 2 touchdowns. And Jay Jettas, do you need D-line? You just gave up 206 yards and 6.8 a carry to an 87 overall. Like, I don't know what you're saying. I think you need defensive line. Receiving. Logan Barrett. 3 TFLs. Sack for Fernando Jose, brother of Jose. A couple of deflections here. Fumble for Jaboris Jackson, SFA guy. To be fair, Papa Smoke, I don't think Maryland sucks. I just think they've had some tough time with injuries. Hey, Jay Jettas, remember, sometimes it's always sometimes the year you don't think you're going to win it all when you win it all. So, you just gotta remember that. I mean, I won as a 6 seed last year. I was 11-1, but I wasn't too confident to Tavares Trace. All right, we got a couple more games here on BearCave before we get to game number 10,000 here in the SFA. As, Georgia just stomped on Oklahoma. And speaking of East Carolina, we're going to get to see them for the first time since they lost to Georgia as they take on Coach Mike. This is the only game East Carolina lost last season. They lost to Georgia already. They're number 9 in the country. Georgia Tech, not as good this year, it seems. So Coach Mike let me know, kick or receive. He wanted the Black Watch jerseys, so we'll get those for him. I love these jerseys. Glad he's putting them on. In my East Carolina Pirates. Come on, boys. We'll go the purple chrome. We'll just go all white. It's funny. As soon as I stop coaching East Carolina, I don't really care what they do because I don't really have an attachment to most of the players on their offense anymore. So I just want to see Vlad Sexton get a couple tutties, and then we'll be fine. All right, Coach Mike. I don't know if he's here. But kick or receive. So this game, it's a 7-point favorite for East Carolina on the road. 48.5 over under. And we're looking for Tech Sergeant tackles, the middle linebacker. And remember, guys, after this game, we've got arguably the game of the week. One of the best games of the season, potentially. Baylor taking on Oklahoma State. Yes, and Ben, if it's not apparent already by any of the people who've won championships, not named Jay Jettas, me and Pinhead, it's done in the trenches. Me and Pinhead literally every year made it a point to get an offensive lineman and a trench player on the defensive side. As we've got the Model A here. All right, here we go. Bobby Dodd Stadium here in Atlanta. Juice Riggs out for the year there, but he's out there for the coin toss. Love that he does that. Quindarius Durr there to take the bump. Now I know, okay, normally I do kick, but I know Mike rather receive. He always receives for triple option, so I'm gonna receive for him because I know he wants that. So the odd time where I'm not gonna follow the kick rule because I know it would screw Georgia Tech in his normal plans. And Georgia Tech starts out with a 7-pointer. ECU responds. We've not seen any gameplay from ECU this year. If East Carolina can win this, definitely a chance of game day next week as they face #1 North Carolina. That'd be a great game, rematch of the playoff game. Georgia Tech takes the lead, though. Is Georgia Tech just have ECU's number? That's the question. ECU, oh my God. East Carolina, they suck on BearCave. What is this? East Carolina's getting domed. They do get one back. They've got to hurry it up, though. What is going to happen? Can they score? This is a long drive, and they do. We're back down to one score. A 21-point lead erased here. Can they get the ball back? It's 4th and 3. We are going to jump in here. East Carolina, this is a new-look offense. Need to go a little bit over 80 yards. Vlad Sexton, really the only recognizable player at the tight end spot, along with some offensive linemen, as they dump this short. And that's actually, that is Kevin Moore, so he played a little bit in depth for ECU last year. Vlad Sexton, though, in the slot. This is their new quarterback, Jennings, who's an athlete. Mike Jennings. He's having a good day here, but this is the first time we've ever seen him play. 3rd and 7. East Carolina trying to erase a 7-point or a 21-point deficit. Our defending national champions. Over the middle, and he hits him! The hospital ball, and that's Ryan DeBose, the SFA player. Big time catch there. So we continue on. They continue to hurry it up here. Makes an adjustment now. It's his running back, and this is a new running back, Antonio Jenkins, no longer Vanilla Vic. They continue to hurry it up here, looking really good. Jennings throws that out wide. He connects with Kevin Moore. He gets 17. Can Georgia Tech hang on? We know they have a weak secondary. That's been the whole reason they've regressed this season. Sargent at 5 tackles. 1st and 10. Jennings, plenty of time. They only rush 2. He hits his man. That's the running back, Jenkins. And he gets inside the 20. Looks like Freddie Kazili was tasked with guarding him, the defensive end. Not sure what that play call was from Georgia Tech. And they're inside the 20, trying to tie this game up. East Carolina What a drive. Quick option, Jennings. And he can't get it off! A beautiful tackle there from the defender. Remember, as an athlete, Jennings does have some running ability. 2nd and 14 now. Minute left. 2 timeouts. Plenty of time here for ECU. This is why they are a threat. Quick option. Flips it out to Jenkins. He gets to the outside. He breaks one, and he gets hit. 10-yard gain there. Sam White on the tackle. It's a 3rd and 3. Down 7. Remember, Georgia Tech led as much by 21 here in the 4th quarter. Delayed give here to Jenkins. Trying to get a first down, and he can't. Oh, boy. Get your popcorn, folks. It's 4th down. Game on the line. 4th and 3. Georgia Tech could hang on. Jenkins gets the snap. Jenkins to the outside. Jenkins cuts upfield, and he's not going to get it! Georgia Tech takes over. East Carolina stalls out inside the 10. And this game is practically over. Clayton Tune. The new coach for ECU can't believe it. And fans are chanting, "Bring back TC, dun 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 dun, bring back TC." As East Carolina has not lost 2 games in a regular season in, I believe, about 5 years. So this is a drastic fall off here for the Pirates. Now they can't get the ball back here though. They'll force a 4th down play. So if they take a fair catch, they might be able to run one yam, but it's going to be close. It might just all come down to the return, and if they have Quindarius Durr back there, watch out. Oh, they could block this, folks. Oh boy, this could get hairy. They're not going for a full-on punt block though, so I doubt they're going to be able to get through. But they are going to have to kick this. They're not out of the woods yet. I think there was one shutout, Mike, but for the bets, it's only the sim games that I post before stream, so the other ones don't count. So there's only one, so your bet hits. As we're going to get a return here. Get down! 1 second! Easton Kuntz, the SFA player. Got to be careful, that's a Skook player. But 1 second on the clock. From the 34, East Carolina has their chance, and Big Daddy Vlad Sexton is on the field. Watch out, folks. East Carolina, they're yamming it deep. To the end zone, it's intercepted! Georgia Tech's gonna win it! They defeat number 9, East Carolina. Unbelievable game. I thought he caught that. He just wanted it a bit more. And Georgia Tech defeats ECU for the 2nd year in a row. Holy Toledo, folks. What a game. East Carolina gave it their all. A big play here from Jenkins. He looks pretty good. Jennings definitely looks pretty good as well. I think it's a big future for this East Carolina team if we stuck on this game, right? But, oh my. Like, remember, these are all first-year starters on this team, so it's a lot of change. And, oh, man, East Carolina, you should have had it. Oh, man. Who the heck's even out there? Welcome in, Coach McNasty. Weirdly enough, Flame, both Oklahoma and East Carolina are kind of in the same boat now. They both pretty much have to win out here. Lee McDuffie, man, dominating. Lee McDuffie got a punt return? Oh, I'm sick. Larson, DeBose, and Knoll. Unbelievable. So Clayton Tune, 11 for 15, 183, 2 touchdowns. Big time win here for Coach Mike. Freddie Kazili, 11 tackles, 5 TFLs. He was going crazy. He's a reject. Or no, he's a shop reward. Chase Harris gets a sack. That interception from Willie Oliver. A couple of deflections and the forced fumble from Sargent. All right. Sargent gets 5 tackles, so I do not think his over hits. Let's take a gander here. Yeah, no, the over-under 7.5. So East Carolina now, Mike Jennings. He's only a sophomore here, 27 of 41, 328, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Antonio Jenkins, a true freshman, man. This guy has a big career ahead of him. Very, very good. Vlad Sexton, 8 receptions, 80 yards. Ryan DeBose, so the SFA players carrying them on this front. And Gene Dallas, SFA guys, 13 pancakes. Suck on that, Craig Scotland lovers. Vlad Sexton gets 4. 5 TFLs. Sack for Jared Johnson. No interceptions, so this defense not doing much. Marvin Bain, I mean, our man, Monty Campbell, only 4 tackles. Like, what are these guys doing, man? Come on. Monty Campbell, Hall of Fame hopes in shambles here. Oops. And that will do it. I don't open the Discord. What's the announcement, Key? Big announcement? See, that's a hard thing, McNasty, about being an American this season. Jay Jetta's retiring. Okay, buddy. Womp womp. Jay Jetta's retired, dude. He's soft. All right. So this was a Georgia Tech outright victory. Yeah, all right. Poor Jay Jettas with the copy pasta. Yeah, thank you, Flame. I needed you to send it again. All right, so let's get the prediction going here for one of the biggest regular season games in recent memory, surely in the Big 12 here. Who's going to win, folks? Is it going to be... Wait, yeah, this is the last game. Yeah, Baylor, Oklahoma State. So who wins? Do you have Baylor getting their get back? Or do you have Oklahoma State taking them down? Is it time for Coach Fed to realize his potential? So we're going to give 2 minutes on this one. Get those Bob on Us going. I want to see a bunch of them. We've got 15 viewers in here. Thank you guys for spending your Saturday morning with us. Remember, after this game, we have game number 10,000 in SFA history between Michigan and Minnesota. I always struggle there. No. Just like Charlotte is locked this season. And you're not retiring. You're not allowed to. I will literally write a code, Dogwater, that spams Singo with 1-star reviews. You are stuck. All right. Let's make sure there's only 2 games left here. All right, we got Baylor and we got Oklahoma State. Yes, I very aware. I deal with it all the time. All right, Baylor, Oklahoma State. All right, Coach Flame, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive, as he wants the regular white helmets. All right, hold on. Let me just make sure. We're going to go fun for Oklahoma State. I don't know if Sved's here, but he doesn't get a choice. But I love the... We're going to go these ones, the orange throwbacks. Or, hold on. See, I hate the presets, because the presets are always trash, you know what I mean? So, let's go, we're going to go with the Pete helmet. Then, I guess the orange throwbacks. Do they have the orange? Alright, we'll go this. And then Baylor wants regular white helmet. Okay. You want regular 18 white jersey. Regular white pants. Okay, so we're just going basic. Alright. Number 4 versus number 5 here. Tails and kick. Do you know? I feel like Dogwire used proxy to bring me down. The threat was... Warrenberg's gone. This would have been game day. Yeah. For sure this would have been game day. Nice. I think we got something cooking for you, Sved. Baylor lost to Missouri a couple weeks ago by 2 scores. So, all right, Flame, we've got it. We got these 2 big-time teams. We've got the, I didn't even see what the poll result was, but, oh, baby. Baylor taking on Oklahoma State. We've been waiting for this game all season long. Now, remember, folks, let's take a look at the lines. This line, it's a push. 60.5 over under, and then the BearCave prop. Is Tyreek Asher going to have a legacy game? He's had a legacy couple of years, quickly becoming one of the best wide receivers in SFA history for Oklahoma State. Will he get 200 plus yards, 2 touchdowns, and a victory? It's a big time line here. We'll see if he can do it. Here we go. Tails and kick for Flame. Oh, baby. Come on, folks. Number 4, Baylor. Number 5, Oklahoma State. Division practically on the line here. I mean, for sure for Baylor. If Baylor loses, they're kind of cooked because then they're down 3 games against Oklahoma State. But for Oklahoma State, if they lose this game, technically Baylor would just have to need to lose 1 more. So, a lot more on the line here for Baylor than for OK State. Here we go. Coach Ved, who stuck it out after a couple of rough years. This was not an easy rebuild. He did not get here easily. He did not stumble into this. This is a man-made team. Stequavius Gates, Tyreek Asher, and then obviously taking on the behemoth Flame, the owner of the Big 12 historically. So tails and kick. Here we go. All right, so Baylor's going to get the rock first. How is this one going to go? 3 to start the game here for Baylor. OK State responds with a tutty. Baylor gets one. This is going to be a back and forth one. It looks like 10-7. 14-7. OK State coming out. This is not like that game last year against Nebraska where they lost 6-0. 21-10 here at halftime. Baylor on the ropes. Oklahoma State can't. Baylor's not moving the ball at all. They get a field goal, still a score. They're driving now. Oh, baby, they're inside. And, oh, and they missed the extra point. No, they get it. They get it. Okay. I thought that they missed it. I'm stupid. Oklahoma State now. Long drive. No. Baylor. What's this drive going to be? They take the lead. We're down to 3 minutes here, folks. We're going to go 1 play at a time. Remember, we don't jump in until that 2-minute mark. And it's 4th and 4, and they punt it. They've got to get a stop. And they can't get it. Here we go. Desperate for a stop. They have all 3 timeouts. Oklahoma State on the ropes. Niall Sheethers, the SFA player, at running back. They get 1. Plenty of time here for Coach Fed. Leonard Akana, the SFA player. Please. I picked Oklahoma State to win the national championship at my midpoint podcast. Please. Hand off to Sheethers. That's a big hole. No! Make the tackle, and he runs through him. Niall Sheethers, the SFA player, might have just done it. On the road, Baylor is unstoppable, it seems. There might still be slim hope. We've seen it a couple of times today already. But Oklahoma State's sick. They were up 21-10. In the second half. Not like this, OK State, please. Come on, boys. Now, obviously, playoffs still well in the grass for both teams. At 1 loss, finish 11-1, you are surely going to be in as a Power 5 team. But 3rd and 15, they're looking like they're going to throw it here. Hold the phone, folks. Is Baylor going to do something stupid? This is a vintage Baylor play. And Sanders is wearing Teddy Bridgewater's number, so hold the phone, folks, for some of you OGs. Sanders, he's going to throw it. Oh, no. Corner blitz, they hit him, and he connects! Oh, my God! Down the sideline! Brandon Edwards! What? Clinton Sanders with the biggest fuck you of all time. Takes a lick, stands in there, and delivers a dime. That was a generational play. Oh my God. Clinton Sanders just literally took his balls out and wiped them all over the field. And that's 000. Baylor is 7-1. They control their own destiny in the division now. And Coach Fed drops one again. Unbelievable game. Niall Sheethers had himself a legendary game as well. Oklahoma State goes back to the drawing board. They are having a fantastic year, but can't unseed Baylor. So, I mean, if we're being honest right now, it's a three-way tie in first place for the South. You've got Baylor, Oklahoma State, and TCU somehow is still up there at 4-1. So somebody's got to start beating TCU and their 60 overall quarterback. Unbelievable game here. Yeah, and then the winner is most likely going to face now Iowa State. It's pretty much like guaranteed. A lot of money on Baylor. I don't know how everybody came into this thinking Baylor's the favorite or like ranking Baylor over Oklahoma State, but here we are. They win the game. 27-21. The push goes towards Baylor. Georgia Tech won outright, and then Baylor wins. All right, so let's check out the scoring summary here, folks. Tyreek Asher got one touchdown. He got the second touchdown. Tyreek Asher, man, having a game, but Niall Sheethers, man, that's 17 unanswered to finish it. Yeah, it's going to be really, really tough for anybody to unseat Iowa State. But Clinton Sanders, man, 22 set 37. Not even a great day, but one touchdown, one interception, and obviously that incredibly hilarious throw at the end. Rushing the ball, over 100 for Sheethers. And DJ Weber and Brandon Edwards, the man who got that catch, he had himself a great day. On defense, Brady Davis, 10 tackles, couple of TFLs from both sides. That's the transfer with 3 TFLs. Cronin from Tennessee. No sacks. Got the interception from Nate Wise. He also picked off Herky Streets earlier in the year. Yeah, man. Baylor, man. Oklahoma State now. Stequavius Gates, former 5-star player. 21-35. 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Huey Creed, transfer from Old Dominion, up around 100. Tyreek Asher didn't hit over 200, so line wouldn't have hit anyways. It was close, but he still had a fantastic day. And Larry Nakana led the way. Deuce Withers got 2 TFLs. These are the leaders of this defense. Sack here for John Willis. Interception from Byron Mays. Couple deflections across the board. And the forced fumble from Dan Harris. Yeah, and that's the thing, Mango, for you is like you were so portal heavy. You never were able to get like a strong foundation just because you weren't too active in in-season recruiting. So it's so tough to keep teams like that afloat long term. And you managed to do it a couple of times because you just kept getting weapons for JT Redwine. And that's just and slowly building up the defense a little bit as well with like Kane Chambers and stuff, but very, very, that was a very interesting run from TCU. One of the more off-the-cuff rebuilds we've seen. All right, so that is going to do it here for BearCave. As always, we're going to take a preview of next week. And remember, guys, Week 10 is the last week where nobody can get a repeat on game day. So after Week 10... Week 11, that's when you can start getting duplicates. So let's take a look who's going to get the last spot here. Georgia Tech, Florida State's a fun one. Boise State, Utah. This is a funny game. A lot of interesting games here. Week 10 always normally pretty fun. Miami, San Diego State is a fun one. Auburn, Florida, and this might be the game. Depends how far East Carolina drops, but North Carolina, East Carolina, neither had a game day yet. Kansas is going to be a tough game for OK State as well. They're always primed for a second half upset in the season. Some interesting matchups. Ooh, Penn State, Ohio State. Love what Coach Bodie's doing over there. They've been playing really well. Ohio back in action. Ohio Mania. One of 2 undefeated G5s left. Fresno State as well. Been playing very well. Arkansas State continues, and they'll go against a 6-1 Georgia Southern. A lot of big-time G5 games next week, and that'll do it. So, as always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, supporting anything that you do with the bits or the follows or the subs. Greatly appreciated. We'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes for the 10,000th game in SFA history between Michigan and Minnesota. This is a incredible game. Cannot wait for it. 7-1 versus 6-1. So come on back here in a couple of minutes, folks. Thanks for watching.